act of our Lone Ranger drama. Now to continue our story. The Lone Ranger, certain that Tonto was guarding Mary Frisbee as she rode through Eagle Pass, watched Dan Latham as he made the plans to kidnap the girl. The day after Mary left her father to visit a relative, Dan called at Frisbee's home.
Who's there?
Open up. Open up, Ned. I gotta talk to you.
Wait a minute. Dan, what do you want here? I told you never to show your face around here again.
Yeah, you told me a lot of things, Frisbee. But I reckon this is the time you're going to begin taking things back.
What do you mean?
I'll just step in where we can talk private, if you don't mind.
All right. Say all you got to say now and get it over with. This is the last time you're going to set foot inside this house.
Yeah?
That's what I said. Mary told me how you acted toward her in town. I'm sick and tired of the way you've been talking around town and treating Mary.
Sick and tired, huh?
You heard me. Now, what do you want here?
I want cash.
Got all the cash you're going to get. I gave you $50 less than a week ago.
$50. You talk as if that was a heap of money.
It is.
Well, there's lots of ways of looking at it, Ned. $50 is a lot of money for small change, but it don't compare to 50 or 60,000.
What are you talking about?
50 or 60,000. That's what I want this time.
You've been drinking too much.
I ain't had a drop for days. I kept a special sober for this deal, Ned.
Talk.
Your daughter's going on a trip, ain't she?
What do you know about my daughter?
Sort of a dangerous trip, too, going through Eagle Pass. Mighty dangerous. Lots of things can happen there. Bad places in the trail where a horse could slip and break a leg. And if the rider was throwed from his horse, he could lay there till he starved to death and never be found.
I get it. Well, let me tell you something, Dan. That Injun told me you might be scheming something.
Yeah?
And he told me plenty about you. And because of what he told me, I sent Jim Brandt to see that Mary got through the pass safe.
Jim Brandt ain't much protection.
There ain't a handier man with a gun in the part of the country.
What would you say if I told you Jim Brandt and me was going to split the cash that I'm going to get from you?
What's that?
That sort of surprises you, don't it?
You mean?
I mean what I said. Jim Brandt was planning to ask you for a few days off to visit relatives. He was going to use them days to lay in wait for Mary when she came through Eagle Pass. Instead of that, you played right into our hands and sent the girl along with him.
Why, you dirty
Ain't no
ornery
use getting
coyote.
excited. There ain't no use trying to find them. You could send a scouting party to scour the whole pass, and you wouldn't find the hiding place, savvy?
I ought to put lead through you.
That's the surest way I know of to kill your daughter. You give me the money I want, or you won't get Mary back.
Stand right where you are.
What the?
Mask!
You're coming. Don't reach for guns.
No, she here.
Who's this? Another of your killer friends?
No, I never seen him before.
Frisbee, I was here the other evening when the Indian came to see you.
Injun?
You call your horse Silver?
That's right. Tonto and I knew that your daughter was to go through Eagle Pass. Tonto didn't think that Jim Brandt was on the level.
I always thought he was, till this skunk come here.
Tonto followed the two. If Brandt makes any attempt to abduct your daughter, Tonto will prevent it.
Yeah?
Why,
Sit
you...
still.
Are you sure of that?
Tonto has never failed before. Don't pay that man any money.
Now, Dan, you've stuck your neck in the noose. Stranger, I don't know who you are or where you come from.
That doesn't matter.
But it's my guess that Providence sent you. This polecat had me where I'd have had to pay him all I owned to save Mary.
I heard what he said before I came in.
But hold on. How'll I know that Mary's safe? She'd go right on to her aunt's place.
Tonto will come back with Jim Brandt a prisoner. Your daughter will likely ride back with them to tell her story.
Dan, I'm going to see you hang for this. At last you made the break that'll put you where you belong. Stranger, I'm drawing my gun.
Not to kill.
Oh, don't worry. I won't kill the rat, much as he deserves it. I let the law do that. You've done a heap for me. Now, if you'd just do me one more favor and ride to town and send the sheriff here to get this coyote,
I will.
There's horses coming now. Maybe that's the redskin and my daughter.
That isn't Tonto's voice.
Hi there, Ned. We're fetching bad news.
The sheriff.
Hey, what's this mean? The masked man and Dan Latham.
It means just this. Latham schemed with Jim Brandt to kidnap Mary when she went through Eagle Pass.
I know.
How'd you know?
You finish talking, then I'll tell my story. Come on in, Stan.
I'm coming. I just tethered the horse.
Go on, Ned.
Dan Latham, like I said, schemed with Brandt to capture Mary. He come here, tell me it cost me $50,000 to save her life.
Yep.
But the masked man has an Indian friend, savvy?
So that's where the redskin come from.
What do you mean?
What about the redskin?
He suspicions something and followed Mary and Jim. And the masked man tells me he'll rescue Mary. Says that I can count on him.
I see.
So I want you to throw Dan in jail and hold him.
Wait a minute, Ned. There's nothing I'd sooner do than throw the rat in the calaboose. There's nothing I hate more than the dicker with his breed. Yet there's one thing that's a sight more important than seeing him get what he should.
Well?
That's your daughter's life.
But she...
You wondered how I knowed she was kidnapped, how I knowed about the redskin. Well, Stan here can tell you the whole story.
What story?
Go on, Stan.
Well, I was riding this way, coming through Eagle Pass, when I seen a horse blocking the road ahead.
Where?
Right at the end of the pass, this end. That don't show that the hideout is near here, though. The horse might have been led there and tethered till someone come through, just like I did. There was a note fastened to the saddle.
Whose horse?
Your daughter's.
Go on.
The note said the girl was captured and the redskin shot.
Shot.
That's the man you spoke of, eh?
Tonto, shot.
That means he failed.
For the first time.
And if he failed, it means that Brandt has Mary.
There was all the instructions on the message, Ned. It looks like the only way to save the girl is to let Latham go free and pay what he asks.
You see? Your scheme fell through after all. Now put down them guns and get out of here.
Can't you scour those mountains and find that hideout?
Stranger, it'd take years to search 'em all. And even then, we'd be likely to miss where the girl's hid.
You think, Sheriff, the only way is to do what this skunk wants?
I hate the idea of it, Ned. There ain't no one hates more than me to pay that cash and pledge that the law won't punish him. But on the other hand, it's...
Mary's life.
The note said some more. Said that the cash had to be paid by sundown.
Was there any proof that Tonto was shot?
Yep, here.
What's that?
This here bundle was fastened to Miss Mary's horse.
Let me see it.
It's an Injun's jacket.
Tonto's.
You can see the bullet holes and where...
Yes, and this stain.
Ain't no question, Wood. He's inside it when them holes was made.
If only there was some way to track a man or horse in that pass. But there ain't. It's all rock.
Frisbee.
Huh?
They want the cash by sundown.
Yeah.
I'm heading for the pass. Don't pay a dime until the last minute.
What's your idea?
I'm still not convinced that Tonto has failed. I'm riding for that pass.
But you can't get there and back by sundown.
Not with an ordinary horse, but I'm riding on silver.
You won't find them. You won't find them, and if that cash ain't
You
paid...
shut up. You're staying right here till that man gets back.
I'll be back.
There might be hope, Ned. He called his horse Silver. He's masked.
But I don't savvy...
Go on, mister. Ride that horse. Hit for Eagle Pass.
You know him?
Ride, Lone Ranger, ride.
The great horse Silver raced toward the hills and then started the treacherous climb upwards. There was scant hope, however, that the Lone Ranger would be able to find the girl and Tonto. And even if he were successful, it would be almost impossible to return to Frisbee's home before the sunset. Meanwhile, in a well-concealed camp far from the main trail, Jim Brandt talked with Mary.
No use you worrying about it, Mary. Your pa'll pay the cash and everything will be all right.
Don't talk to me.
And even if he don't, there ain't no cause to worry, see? I ain't gonna leave you here to starve like your uncle planned me to do. No, I wouldn't do that. I'd take you away and me and you'll get married. You'll make a good wife.
I'd sooner stay here and starve.
Nah, that ain't no way to feel about it. After all, I ain't a bad hombre. I'm just taking the chance of a lifetime to get plenty of cash.
You only...
Lot of spunk, huh? That's the kind of woman I like. You see, me marrying you, it'll sort of keep the cash right in the family. Leastwise, the half of the cash that I get.
How's that Injun?
I ain't interested in
You
him.
might at least do what you can for him. He's wounded mighty bad.
Hey, let him die.
If you don't want to help him, untie my hands and let me...
I ain't untying your hands, and I ain't wasting my time playing nurse to no redskin. Too bad he didn't die right off the bat. Maybe I should sort of help him out.
Please help him.
All right. I'll help you, Mary.
Wait, I didn't mean that.
That's too bad I didn't think of it before. He's already got one bullet in him. Another one will finish him.
Please don't.
This'll be interesting.
Wait, Jim.
Save your breath.
You let him shoot.
But Tonto...
Tonto not mind.
There, you see?
Me ask one thing.
Yeah? Well, reckon that's all right. Go on and ask.
You come close. Tonto got secret.
Can't you talk no louder?
Come close. Tonto got secret.
All right. Go on, tell me what's on your mind and be fast.
You got Tonto hand tied tight.
I don't take no chances.
You think wound make Tonto plenty weak.
All right, I think the wound made you weak.
You think Tonto hand still tied. But them not tied. I'll shoot him. Get free.
Get him, Tonto.
He take gun.
Knock him down. Get him, Tonto.
He take you.
You got him. Oh, Tonto, you got him.
No. Now me get you free.
How did you do it, Tonto?
Tonto find sharp rock. Cut through rope.
You weren't hurt as bad as he thought.
That's right. Bullet not hurt bad.
Never mind hurting my arms. Get
No.
these ropes off.
Be cut.
We've got to get back to Paw fast.
There. That rope gone now.
What about Jim Brand?
Tonto fix him. Put rope on him. Here, Scout.
Can your horse make Tonto go too late?
We try. Now, Tonto fix this fella. Tight.
There goes the sun. Now you better hand over that cash and sign the agreement fast.
What about it, Sheriff?
Well, Ned, I've been hoping and praying that in spite of all the odds agin it, the masked man would do the impossible. But it don't seem he's done it.
He ain't. And if I don't get that agreement that me and Jim won't be jailed, then the whole deal is off. I've got to start now if I'm to send the signal to Jim that the cash is delivered.
Open that door. Let's see the sun.
It's going down, Ned.
That settles it. Here's the cash, all of it.
I'll sign the agreement now. You have to sign it too, Ned.
Yes, you sign it, and then the deputy can sign as witness. You can't back out on your promise. Untie me now and let me have that cash.
Hold on.
What's that?
Look, there he comes. He's riding back. Look at that horse come. Look at the Lone Ranger ride. Hold that money till he gets here. Come on.
Oh, boys, steady there. What's the news? Don't give that man a dime. Get him to jail.
But what about my girl? What of Mary?
They're coming behind me. I met Mary and Tonto on the trail. Brand is tied in the cave waiting for you, Sheriff.
There they come, just breaking from that row of timber.
And the way that girl is riding, Ned, there ain't a thing that's wrong with her.
Tonto was wounded, but Tonto didn't fail.
Mister, if you'll take a reward, you can have this cash that I was about to give the polecat.
Hi-yo, Silver! Away! Come on there, Silver, old boy! There's trouble up the railroad! Hi-yo, Silver! Away!
The story you have just heard is a copyrighted feature of the Lone Ranger Incorporated.